Super Nintendo ROM hacks. Oh, I'm sorry, you wanted me to keep going? Super Mario Kart has gotten plenty of graphical reworks over the years, but when it was time for me to pick one to put on this list, I couldn't narrow it down, so I'm putting two here. Hyper Street Kart gives Super Mario Kart a Street Fighter makeover, with barrels as obstacles and Hadokens as shells. The game almost gives you the 8 original fighters from Street Fighter 2 to pick from, but E Honda and Dhalsim have been replaced by Evil Ryu and M. Bison. M. Bison's a great replacement choice, but Evil Ryu? Come on. Dhalsim and Honda still make appearances though, replacing Lakitu and the giant balloon that shows up at the congratulations. Yeah, this freaked me out the first time I saw it. The levels go through minor track and graphical edits, and the game overall is slightly harder. Things like coins and power-ups being harder to come by. I didn't think Street Fighter and Mario Kart would go together, but this works surprisingly well. If you thought Hyper Street Kart was a weird crossover, this is Super SpongeBob Kart, and it's exactly what you think it is. All your favorite characters are here. SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, Gary, Purple-Shelled Gary, yeah, there's always one, huh? You'll race around the streets of Bikini Bottom, dodge jellyfish in the jellyfish fields, and try to stay alive aboard the Flying Dutchman ship. As you take in just how well done and thorough this ROM hack is, it really didn't have to be. I thought it was a joke at first, but this is even more comprehensive than Hyper Street Kart when it comes to the changes. With conch shells thrown everywhere, sandy space boots allowing you to jump, and the balloon being a guy's head. You know, the real human from SpongeBob, you know that guy. Come on. In all seriousness, both Super SpongeBob Kart and Hyper Street Kart are amazing, but they might appeal to two different types of people. The Kremling's Revenge might be the first full level hack of Donkey Kong Country. There's a pretty difficult set of levels here, serving as an almost second quest of sorts. For being a ROM hack of a game that doesn't have too many, these are surprisingly well made. It's tough out of the gate though. This is the first level. But it actually balances between being harder than the original and being a Kaizo hack quite well, at least at the beginning. Later on, it really does start to get impossible. Oh, there's a water level. Let's see how that... Oh, I guess the creator didn't like those. One thing that hasn't been modified are the bosses, so they become hilariously easy compared to the levels surrounding them. If you've beaten Donkey Kong Country and are ready to fight like a dozen barrel monkeys, this hack is for you. Metroid Legacy gives Super Metroid a completely new world to explore. This is one of the earliest popular Super Metroid hacks, so don't expect new tile sets or changed physics here. The focus is entirely on the level design, and it knocks it right out of the park. There's a reason this hack has such a, tradition. The difficulty has only been up slightly here, making it stand out from the plethora of Super Metroid hacks that require impossible wall jumps or bomb tricks. No. You just play here. One thing that does set it apart from the original is the more linear level design. So if you liked later entries in the Metroid series, like me, this hack will work great for you. It's amazing how much Metroid Legacy gets right, and it's almost 20 years old, but you'd never be able to tell. The Zero project replaces Mega Man with Zero in Mega Man X3. This is more than just a simple sprite swap, with Zero's movement fully intact, starting out with air dashes and double jumps. He also has modified stats, having a bigger hitbox but having more health, and even uses his famous sword with a full buster charge. The changes here are very comprehensive, with Zero's brief original playable appearance in the game being switched with X appearing instead. This is really a more complete version of Mega Man X3. There's even a new Game Plus mode that lets you restart the game while keeping your upgrades. And the game can be played how it originally was with X by just pressing select at the start screen, making the Zero project a necessary addition to an already great game. New Super Mario World is a very ambitious hack that gives Super Mario World a graphical makeover more in line with the newer Super Mario games. There's a few new levels here too, but the main focus is just how extensively the game has been graphically reworked. Almost nothing has been untouched here, even the backgrounds have all been changed. The graphical style does have a little bit of a range to it, but it manages to hit a middle ground between Super Mario World's original style and the 3D models of the current titles. One thing that doesn't stick out right away is the UI. It's one of the smaller things different here that you might not have noticed, but it's really slick, with elements only coming in if you need them, and it helps push that this hack has a modern flair to it. By far the most interesting changes to me has to be with the music. It's all been replaced and ranges from newer Mario tracks, weird non-Mario songs that kind of fit, to ones that maybe don't fit. It grows on you. Either way, if you haven't played the original Super Mario World in a while and want to experience it in a whole different wacky way, this is your hack.